I'm Lamont at Large, and today I am at the Chapel Hills Memorial Park Cemetery here in Kansas City, Kansas. These are the cremated remains of Sarah DeLeon, June 7th, 1971 to December 29th, 1989. And on that date, she was found stabbed to death alongside some train tracks that ran parallel to Interstate 435, which is not very far from here. Now, the detectives at the time really had no motive or strong motive for what happened. Her black Mustang was found on the side of the road, and it looked like it had received a little bit of a bump where somebody rear-ended her. And there was a series of bump and robbery type crime that were going on where somebody would rear end somebody, they would pull over and they would rob them. But the brutal manner in which she was killed led detectives to believe that this wasn't just an average robbery where the victim fought off her attackers. And I mean, this was overkill. As one of the detectives said it, she was stabbed multiple times in the chest and back and face, and had multiple post-mortem stab wounds, which is also oftentimes indicative of some kind of heated crime of passion type murder. Now, at the time, the detectives did not know of any known enemies of Sarah here except one, and that was a woman that went by the name of Catherine Kuhn, who is now married, and her name is Catherine Heckard. At the time of her murder, she was dating Matt Euland, which was Catherine Heckard's former boyfriend at the time, but they didn't have enough evidence to arrest her, so it was simply just a circumstantial evidence at best. Now, you move fast forward to 2016, well, with the technology that comes about with the DNA, they were able to somehow link Catherine's DNA to the scene of the crime where Sarah's body was found. And they arrested her and charged her with her murder, and she was held in the county jail on a $1 million bond. But the judge in the case threw it out, and she was set free, being that the judge felt that the DNA evidence was somehow tampered with, and there was no concrete, solid evidence that they would be able to take this case all the way to court and get a conviction. So for right now, she is a free woman until they decide later on to charge her with a murder. I believe there's no statute of limitations when it comes to murders. So they can try her again, I believe, at any time. I don't believe this was a case of double jeopardy. Now, normally when I'm talking about a case such as this, I normally wouldn't choose to speak about a person who was somehow blamed or accused of the crime, except for Catherine Heckard also has a penchant for being synonymous with other murders, if you will. There was a woman by the name of Diane Alt who was shot to death in her house in Independence, Missouri. This was happened years and years ago. Now, the reason why that murder has Catherine's name synonymous with it is that the woman that was murdered was having an affair with her husband at the time. So now you have two murders, two dead women attached to Catherine Heckard. You have a lot of circumstantial evidence that this woman is in fact a murderer, and it seems to be with her where when she lays claim to a man, that is her prize, if you will, that is her possession, and she will kill over that. But again, only circumstantial. So hopefully one day we will get justice for this young woman right here. And you don't get two women murdered and you have men that you've dated that are attached to them. It sounds very suspicious to me. Very suspicious. Rest in peace to this young woman. If you want more information about her case, you simply need to Google her name online. This here is Vincent Ryan Brocious. I apologize if I got the name wrong. On May 13, 2018, a man driving a pickup truck ran a stop sign and plowed into Vincent's Toyota, and the car went off the road and burst into flames, and he was killed in the accident. My son, my everything. LaRon J. Grant, September 11th, 1994 to November 14th, 2015. LaRon and his friend, 20-year-old Jordan Williams, were found fatally shot on the 1300 block of North 4th Street on November 14th of 2015. Eyewitnesses say a red car, nondescript red car, was seen leaving the scene of the shooting. This is an unsolved murder right here, and so is Mr. Williams. If anybody has any information on who took this young man's life, you can call Crime Stoppers tips line 816-474-TIPS, TIPS. 816-474-8477. There is a $2,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the shooter. Christopher Allen Jackson, August 21st, 1987 to August 17th, 2005, beloved son and brother. He died just 4 days before his 18th birthday. He was playing basketball with his friends, and it appears that he got into an argument with somebody over something. Who knows what it was? I bet you everybody there that day doesn't even remember. And it looked like Christopher was willing to put up his hands to fight, and the other coward, seeing that it was a losing fight, and he pulled out a gun and cowardly shot and killed this boy along with his friend Antonio. And there was an arrest made in the murder, but the murderer, well, that's the question. Who was the murderer? Everybody was pointing the finger at another person. So the person that was on the trial was set free, found not guilty. There was just too many people saying it was somebody else, and this person said that person. There was too much evidence, and nobody paid for this crime. Teresa Ann Fries, September 11th, 1973 to November 16th, 1989. Teresa was on her way to her friend's house to pick up a pair of shoes that they borrowed, and as she was going home, walking through the parking lot, she was robbed by a couple of low-life pieces of garbage. And when she didn't produce what they wanted, they shot and killed her. Live, but not live, but still alive by the grace of God. I am Lamont at Large. Thank you for watching. I'll catch up with you on the next vlog. Peace out.